Today I'm going to talk about the alchemy healing technique, and I was trained in this modality just this year, and it's working with the fluorescences that I have mentioned before. It's working with a set of three essences actually. I work with predominantly the solar system and the dark sky fluorescences. So when you're doing the alchemy healing technique, you're working with two sets of chakra essences and then the planetary set. And what you're doing is you're basically bringing the chakras or the energy centers into balance by doing a very deep healing, and then you use crystals at the end. So the alchemy healing technique would be the deepest treatment that I do out of any of the therapies that I do. So it really just works on family, like family history. It works on the old stuff that we don't even know that's there. It works on emotional issues. It's good for a busy mind. Really what it does is it works at such a deep level. It even works at this, the level where we don't even know that this stuff is there. That's how deep it works. And I find when I work on clients, they're just saying, when can I have my next alchemy healing? Because it really does shift things. So what you do is you go in, you check the chakras, and then you find what areas you need to work on, and then you bring those into balance by using the essences, and then you actually check to see what are the areas that need attention and where to focus on. And you will usually find when you're working on something, you will find the predominant essence that person needs. So with the dark sky, it's a set of 4 essences you take over 3 months. It's a very deep set also. That's a separate set from the alchemy healing essences. And when you're working with the alchemy healing essences, you'd be working with the solar system essences, and generally the main essence that you need will come up during the session, and then that will be the essence that the client takes. So I find that when I'm doing the alchemy healing, it really just works at a level that's so deep that you don't even know that stuff is there. Because when I was learning the technique, and Wynne, who trained me in the technique, she was working on me, I felt so much lighter for days, and I felt stuff shift, and then I was going, oh, I didn't even know that I had that stuff in those areas, in those energy centers or chakras. I was holding that there. So I really felt when I had the healing myself, it really, really brought stuff up at a really, really deep level. And it just, you can have one session, or what you can do is you can have one in-person session and then one distance session, or you could just have them all as distance sessions for people who are not wanting to travel or are unable to travel, or that are apprehensive of one-on-one sessions because of COVID. Then you can do the alchemy healing technique. It can be sent as a distance therapy, so you can have just a one session on its own, or you could have 2 back to back. And what I'm finding now with my clients is I'm generally spacing them out at least a week apart, possibly 2 or 3, because it is such a deep healing. And I find the way I was trained was you basically do 2 back to back, but then I'm going with what I feel my client needs, and then I'm gauging the sessions to whether they need 1, whether they need 2, and then how the frequency of how to space them out. So I also wanted to mention as well that I do have an online shop where I'm selling crystals and crystal bracelets as well. And if you go to my Shambhala Holistic Centre page, you will see a list of the different therapies that I do. As I said, I can send distance therapies. I can also do in-person sessions. And then if you go to my website, Ray of Light 108, then you will actually have a more in-depth explanation of what the different therapies are. So I would just say for anybody who hasn't tried the alchemy healing, it's a phenomenal treatment. It just shifts stuff at the level of our core, our soul level. It goes into such a deep, deep place that it removes deep-seated stuff. It uproots all that. So if you've never tried a session, I would say try a session. If you live far away from me, have a distance session. If you're closer to me, you can come and have one in person. And I find whether it's a distance session or it's an in-person session, it's just as deep a treatment. And I have clients who regularly have the alchemy now, and they just find that the stuff shifts, and then they're becoming more and more aware of the areas that they need to work on. So I just wanted to share this alchemy healing technique, and it is the deepest treatment that I do out of all the treatments that I do, and I send about 5 or 6 different modalities as different distance therapies. So Yeah, thank you for listening. And if you have any questions or you want any more information, let me know. I can share information about crystals, the different modalities that I do. I also do massage as well. So, and also I have crystal chakra bracelets as well. So if anybody's interested in those, just pop me a little message, and I can share any information that that you would like. And if you're looking for an essence for a friend or a loved one, I can help you choose an essence as well. So I always say, if you're not sure, try it. That's how you know, and that's how you know it works. And then also, you can contact me to have sessions for loved ones or crystals or essences for a loved one. So thanks for taking the time for listening, and take care and have a lovely Sunday.